What is happening, guys? Martin Martinez back again. Let's get into it. So, guys, quick catch up with you. 12 hours on, spending the time with this one here, and this is the Amber Eagle. As I say, guys, this is one of the newer releases from Zara. And again, it's getting more to like a cold and now winter type of vibe when it comes to these fragrances, autumn time, winter. And to be honest, guys, 12 hours on. One thing I'm going to say, and I think again, just looking at the comments and seeing what I can see, you can't. I'm not sure why there's a feeling of expecting way too much from these fragrances, guys. It's a $9.99 fragrance. I mean, you would have spent that on so many things. You would have got some food and probably spent more than that. It's a $9.99 fragrance. You can't expect to argue and complain and say it's not got the longevity you need, or it's just not got enough in respect of projection. I mean, fuck, it's a $9.99 fragrance. I don't know what more to say. If I really wanted to smell like this is a clone imitation. It's not necessarily a good clone, but the opening is what I'm going to say is probably more so. Now I've had the time to spend with it. If you're going to spray this on, say, fresh on skin, maybe after a shower, you'll get maybe a little bit longer. But you shouldn't really expect, beast mode projection. For some people in their skin, it may work. For me, guys, I mean, this alone, the opening is close to this. It is close to this. It's not the same thing though. You can't take a fragrance which is done by a house like Armani. Again, this one is a 50 mil and it's coming in around £60. And this one, guys, all credit due to Zara, but at the same time, this is not a fragrance which you should be looking at to say this is a complete fragrance. Maybe for those who I say are fragrance enthusiasts, for those that really like ourselves are into looking at different types of fragrances and trying to get what works, looking at the nuances about a fragrance. Yes, maybe this is just a bit of a so-so fragrance or throwaway fragrance. But one thing I like about having the chance to review these fragrances, guys, again, they're so cheap. You have the option. If you don't like it, I mean, you've only spent £10. I mean, it's not like you're going to lose out. I mean, it's maybe, I think, to be honest, for me, guys, projection wise, you'll probably get an hour or so where it's projecting. It's not beast mode. It's not going to give you the level of projection that you're going to get from Stronger With You. The two different fragrances, the opening smells similar to Stronger With You, and then from there, as I say, if you were wearing this in the street and I didn't necessarily know it, I would have thought you were wearing Stronger With You. But then after an hour on my skin, it does start to dry down more into the amber type of vibe. And I think that's where the two start to differ away. The breakdown in this one is a bit more complex. I think, let's say, you get that hazelnut vibe in there or almond vibe in there. You get that leather in there. And I think there's even vanilla in this as well. This one has gotten me compliments, and again, I've not worn this enough to really know, but having had that experience now 12 hours on, to be honest, guys, they're not the same fragrance. They're similar. It's an attempt. They got the, I think the opening is a key thing, but once the opening dies down, probably in my view, probably around after about 20 minutes, the opening dries down, and then you start to get, in the base, seems to be more this amber type of note, which is not bad. It's still reminiscent to some extent, like a distant memory of Stronger With You, but it's definitely not going to be something I could say I could rely on instead of Stronger With You. Don't get me wrong, if you've only got the option of spending £10 and you want something that you're happy to reapply and potentially keep putting it on throughout the day, this one is okay. It's not too in your face in respect to Stronger With You, which will project like a beast. This one, however, will give you the opportunity to have something which is somewhat of a, like, how could I say, somewhat of a homage to Strong With You. That's what I'd say, because it's not a situation where you could really expect to get exactly like for like. Because the thing is, guys, I'm seeing some of the comments in the videos, and I don't know if it's me that's misinterpreting what I'm seeing, but I'm really not understanding why there's this level of anger towards some of the fragrances. Don't get me wrong, if the fragrance is shit, I'll say this fragrance is shit by all means. But for what it is, guys, $9.99 fragrance. Would I want to just leave this on the shelf if I didn't get this one? No, I'm happy to spend $99 because I know what I'm getting, and that's the whole point of these videos, guys, to give you that opportunity. So by all means, guys, this isn't a wasted purchase in my opinion. $9.99 again is like a form of this one, or it's an inspiration or inspired version of Strong With You from Zara, and that's their take on it. The opening will give you Strong With You. The breakdown, the dry down is slightly different, and that's where the two will differ, as I say. But don't worry, guys. You spent it $9.99 and you don't like it. I mean, hey, I think in the summer months this might obviously do a lot better. I think for the winter it wouldn't really cut through the winter. But again, I wouldn't mind reapplying this one because I've only spent $9.99. So don't worry too much, guys. If some fragrances work on your skin and some don't, that's how it goes sometimes. And also, guys, a quick tip for you. Vibrant Leather, as I say, the actual opening has changed. I've actually done a quick form of test for myself to see the special edition version, which I'm just going to get for you right about here. Okay, so this was the new version, by the way, that I purchased just the other day, and this was the special edition. There is a slight variation you can see. I don't know if you can see it on the base on the bottom of what that looks like. What I'd suggest for you guys, if you want to try and keep with the original, yeah, it's nowhere near as strong. If you want to try and keep with the original type of Vibrant Leather with a bit more of the base, probably now's the time to buy up some of the special edition bottles rather than the new version of just in the normal box. Okay, so that's all I'd say. The cost is still the same. I don't think there's anything necessarily different on the website, but what I would suggest for you, if you have the opportunity, you can see how much juice I have on here. I will probably buy another bottle of the limited edition version, or sorry, special edition that they have out. But just bear in mind, guys, if you're going to buy something and it turns out it's actually a 2019 bottle, just be cautious. I can only forewarn you that it may be very watered down like the new one. Okay, guys, so I'm just leaving that one there. But I just want to say again, guys, 12 hours on, giving me about an hour. The projection is probably for about arm's length at least, for about a good maybe 30 minutes or so. Starts to die down and then probably becomes a skin scent after about an hour and a half maybe. It's still there. It's not necessarily as potent as Strong Review, and don't expect it to be, guys. It's a $9.99 fragrance. I mean, what the hell, you know? It is what it is. Ciao. And also, guys, before I say ciao, do not forget, guys, to also like, comment, and subscribe. There's a lot of people who are looking at the videos and you like the videos, but you just don't seem to want to subscribe to the channel, which is a shame. And analytics seem to say that there's a lot of people who are looking at the videos, but they just don't click. But by all means, guys, you have been supporting. So for those that have been supporting, thank you very much. I'll see you guys soon on the next video. Ciao.